Solar storm warning. Experts warn of power outages from massive solar flares. And it's not one flare, it's two sunspots. Sun flares coming in, pointing directly at Earth. Two sunspots are facing Earth. Scientists say both of them have the potential to unleash solar flares in our direction. The Sean Martin Express UK report. Sunspots are patches of darkness on the sun, which are caused by the underlying magnetism beneath the sun's surface. But sometimes that magnetism bubbles up and is released in the form of solar flares, which spew cosmic particles into space. And unfortunately for Earth, scientists have noticed two of these sunspots on the surface of the sun, which could cause solar storms on our planet. Not solar storms. The solar storms would affect our planet. Cosmos forecasting website Space Weather read, two sunspot groups are emerging on the Earth-facing side of the sun. Sunspots are islands of magnetism floating on the surface of the sun, and like all magnets, they have poles, positive and negative. Sunspot AR2735 has a simple bipolar magnetic structure that identifies it as a member of old solar cycle 24. The other sunspot is yet unnumbered, has a more complicated structure with multiple magnetic poles. Mixed polarity magnetic fields can crisscross and explode, a process known as magnetic reconnection underlying solar flares. The two potential solar storms could be cause for concern for scientists, with the Met Office recently warning we will face a monumental solar storm in the future, which could knock out Britain and the West's technologically advanced countries, technology, and cost us billions of dollars in damage. Countries would be plunged into blackout because it's not prepared enough. They're not prepared enough to withstand such powerful solar storms. Even though scientists have been warning us for years, for decades. Now, the weather forecasters believe that, in this case, this article is for UK. The UK does not have sufficient infrastructure to prepare for such an event. And from what I understand, neither does the United States. Many a time, scientists and congressmen have asked for protection, proper protection, for the infrastructure, at least that, to be able to withstand solar storm. And from what I understand, that has not yet been done in the United States either. A researcher for the Met Office says we find that there's a 1 in 100-year event with no space weather forecasting capability. The gross domestic product loss for the United Kingdom, for example, could be as high as about 16 billion pounds. That's about 18 to 19 billion dollars. And they say with existing satellites nearing the end of their life, forecasting capability will decrease in coming years. So if no further investment takes place, critical infrastructure will become more vulnerable to space weather. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.